You can see I have bought this mini swing machine 4-in-1. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And it looks like this pretty much. You can see it has everything in it. Also a table, sturdy enough I believe, and you can see I bought this one also. It has all the thing in it like bobbins, measuring tape and everything, and it got your what do you say, so inside the box you can see there are like threads, beautiful threads. So yeah, these are the threads, and there are like a lot of colors you can see. Also a manual book. It was just it was not with the machine, I brought it outside only. And also these things, these are elastics. So yeah, and okay, and pins obviously to pin it, and a ruler. Also I am going to do a beautiful tutorial on how to make a dress by using this satin cloth, and yeah, pretty much it. Also taking a chart paper where I will do patterns, like patterns for mask, maybe dress and everything. Also I tried to make a shape of a mask, so my prior goal was to make a mask. So using this scissor, I do not have a bigger scissor, so I cut the piece out, and that's how I'm going to trace it with the fabric and cut it. Alright, so let's see how it goes. That's the piece of cloth, and yeah, now I have to cut it. Alright, I'm just taking, like, I'm folding this thing and tracing this particular pattern, and I have to cut it with that scissor. Alright, let's see how it goes. Using this pin to secure, and now it's time to cut it. You can see it pretty much came out to be disastrous, as you know, the scissor ain't the scissor which can cut that nicely. And now I'm taking that, and that, my friend, you see the disaster happening out there, right? The cloth got stuck out there, and it took me about 15 minutes to get it out because it was a new machine and do not know how to make it. And you see, at one of time I was like all covered up with threads. You can see threads all over there, threads in my clothes as well. And yeah, that's how it was at my first experience.
2 hours later.
So it was night, and I thought I'll make a scrunchie instead, so I made it.
The next day.
Now next day I am tracing again, and this time I'm making a mask because yesterday it was all ruined. Now I am cutting those, and you can see I stitched it, and it came out like this. Now I have to stitch it again, and yeah, that's how I stitch those ends together, facing the good side with good side, and just stitching it nicely all around. And yes, you can see pretty much this is how it came out as. I don't know, at that point of time I was like happy, but then when I fitted this elastic at the ends, it was kind of short for me. So yeah,
2 inches later.
so I felt very much lazy. That's why I added up extra fabric in the same mask rather than making a new one. I thought it will work, but then later I thought, okay, I'll just make it for my baby. So guys, here it is with the pearls, and this is my baby. Meet my baby. But then it was like pretty much big for my baby too. So I thought, okay, let's do one thing. We can do something about this. If it's not a mask, we can still make it something else, like a baby apron, for instance. You can see my baby has a old scarf, so we replaced it with the new baby apron. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? And it's looking so gorgeous in her as well, with the pearls. Yeah.
Several bad puns later.
So it was the time for basically the body part, so I'm just tracing it with my dress. Alright, and taking extra fabric for seam allowance and everything, and taking my one and only scissor to cut it. I know it's not going to be straight, but yeah, it was the front and the back part. Now it's time to cut the fabric for straps, and you can see basically that's how we make a strap. And yeah, you can see after thousands of time, like trying thousands of time, I made the perfect one, and now I am stitching it in its position. And you can see finally the front part is ready. Now it's time for the back and the front to be stitched, and maybe some sort of hemming or so. Yeah, that's how we will stitch both ends, and I'm going to show you now how it looks. Alright, so 1 2 3 4 5. Wait, why am I counting? Alright, ta-da! That is how the dress looks. There only. Yeah, it's looking disastrous.
Tomorrow.
Hey, so what's up? Anyways, I know you must be happy, doing good. If you're not, then sending you lots of love. And what else? Very bad at consoling people. Anyway, let's come to the topic. Guess what? I'm done with the dress, and it has come out to be really disastrous. Also, I thought I will show you the dress and shoot a video in morning time, but unfortunately I had to go for flight because, you know, now in the morning, because I had to go for flight, and yeah, I got pulled out. So always the sad story of all. And I'll show you the dress in a while, and let's talk about something. Let's talk about the machine first, because I brought this sewing machine for the first time, and pros and cons obviously. So the pros would be, it's small, it's convenient, you can take it out anywhere. If you're going to your friend's place, you can take it out, or anybody's place you can go. Even if you want to go in a public toilet and want to stitch, feel free to do that. I'm sorry, by the way. Alright, and what else? It's small, it's convenient, and it has a thread cutter. You do not have to find for the scissor just to cut the thread. It's there, and there's lights also. Someone like me who has a very weak eyesight can take an advantage of that. Also, not talking about pros too much because I didn't find one, but yeah, cons is that there are no available, like there is only one stitch, that is a straight stitch, and there is no other stitches. Like if you want to play around with the fabric and play around with the dress, you will not be able to do that. Also, it was small, and it was like if you're doing with a bigger piece of fabric, then it's gonna be a problem to you. And yeah, it runs with electricity, so better be ready to pay the bills because it's electric. Yeah, what else? That's it. And yeah, one of the factor is it makes a lot of noise also. So I really want to say sorry to my neighbors if I disturbed them, but hey, I wanted to complete my stuff, so I had to work all night. So hardworking. No, actually I was just confused how to operate it, and I was like, came as a shit, but still. Right, yeah, so my dress is ready, and I'm gonna show you. Please do not judge me because this is the first time that I'm making, and I don't even know whether I will continue with the projects or not, but yeah, so the dress is there. I will show you. See ya.
As you can see, that's your girl wearing her dress, and the neck you can see that is like draping down, and this look is kind of like soft girl look, and I think I'm pulling it off pretty nicely with that scrunchie as well. And you can see your girl smiling and all. That's what she do when she's all alone. And this is look 2. Yes, this is all about evening dinner kind of look. Yes, you can see a girl having fun all by herself and waving at her imaginary friend like, hello, who is she, what you're doing, whatever. And yeah, and this look, this is a bossy kind of look. You can see it's kind of like a formal style, and you can see she's walking over her and picking up this call and giving all those tantrums. Yeah, girl, yeah, she's kind of boss. Now this look, this is the fourth look, and I'm pulling it off pretty nicely. I kind of like boyish kind of vibe with this slip dress. You can see after party vibe, I believe. Yeah, she's having fun, you can see, and that's how we come to an end. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry this turned out pretty bad.